Hello students, how are you? Welcome back to my YouTube channel Physics Insight. In this video, I have brought to you some interesting practice problems of the topic law of vector addition, that is the triangle law of vector addition or parallelogram law of vector addition. Both the laws are similar to each other. There is not much difference between them, but before starting the topic, you must take care about the angles, the angle between two vectors and the angle that resultant form with the vector. In this video, we will learn how to find out the magnitude of resultant vector r and how to find out its direction. In this video, I have put all the types of numericals which you will find out regarding the vector addition. Please watch the video till the end. After watching the video, you will develop a good command over the numericals of vector addition. Before starting the topic, please subscribe the channel and do not forget to press the bell icon. Let's begin the topic. Let's see students the numericals of this concept. Now my first numerical states that two forces 3 Newton and 4 Newton are acting at a point such that the angle between them is 60 degree. Find the resultant force. Now see, this is my point A at which the two forces are acting. P is acting in this direction with 3 Newton force and 4 Newton is acting in this direction. And you have to calculate the resultant. See clearly these two directions are different as the angle between them is 60 degree. This angle is 60 degree. So this is the numerical based on the parallelogram law of vector addition. So clearly firstly write out what is given to you. P is 3 newtons, Q is 4 newtons. The angle between them is 60 degree. Now what you have to calculate? You have to calculate the value of this resultant and direction of this resultant, and r is the resultant vector, so r will be having both magnitude as well as direction. The direction we will represent with this angle beta. So let's start our numerical. Firstly let's calculate the resultant. The formula of resultant vector will be p square plus q square plus 2pq cos 60 degree. Now what is the value of cos 60 degree? It is 1 by 2. So the value of p is 3, 4, q is 4, 2, 3, 4, cos 60 is 1 by 2. This 2 and 2 is cancel out. So r comes out to be 9 plus 16 plus 12. When you sum it up, it will become root 37. Okay. So it comes out to be root 37. Now we have to calculate the direction. Now how you will calculate the direction? For calculating this beta, firstly draw a perpendicular here. So let it be E, CE perpendicular to DA. Okay. So if this angle is 60 degree, then this angle will also be 60 degree. If this angle is 60 degree, then this angle will also be 60 degree, as these two are the parallel lines and this one is a transversal. So this angle will be equal to this angle according to the corresponding angles. So now tan beta comes out to be CE upon EA. Now CE upon EA comes out to be ED plus DA. Now what is the value of CE? Not known to you, but the value of this DC is known to you, that is 4 newtons. Now DC is 4 newtons. So what will be the value of CE? You can use simple trigonometry here. Perpendicular upon hypotenuse comes out to be sine theta. So CE simply comes out to be, what is PC? PC is 4 newtons. So it comes out to be 4 sine 60. So 4 sine 60 upon, what is ED? ED similarly by applying simple trigonometry, you can say ED upon CD. It is cos 60. So ED comes out to be 4 cos 60. ठीक है. So ED is 4 cos 60 plus DA. What is DA? DA is 3. So now sine 60 is what? Sine 60 is root 3 by 2. So now tan beta comes out to be 4 into root 3 by 2 divided by 4 into 1 by 2 plus 3 So it comes out to be 2 2s are 4, 2 root 3 upon 2 1s are 2, 2 2s are 4, so 2 plus 3. So it comes out to be 2 root 3 upon 5. This is my tan beta, and my beta comes out to be tan inverse 2 root 3 by 5. Okay, so this is the direction of my resultant vector, and here we ends up our numerical. So this is the direction of the resultant vector, that is beta tan inverse 2 root 3 by 5. So now let's move to our next question, which is different from the first question, and see how we can solve it. Now just look at this question now. A car goes 5 km east, 3 km south and 2 km west and 1 km north. Find the resultant displacement. Okay, so this is my starting location. Okay. Now car goes 5 km in east in this direction. Okay. 3 km south, 2 km west and 1 km north. Now I have to find out this resultant. Okay. Now see, 5 km car moved in east direction and 2 km moved in west direction. So what is left? It is 3 kilometers. Now this distance is 3 kilometers. So the vector in this direction is 3 kilometers, right? Now what will be the magnitude of this vector in this direction? 3 kilometer it moves towards south and 1 kilometer moved towards north. So what this left? It is 2 kilometers. So the length of this vector is 2 kilometer in this direction. Now I have to find out resultant vector. This resultant vector, say the angle of resultant with this is beta. Okay, and the angle between two vectors is what? It is 90 degrees. Okay, now let's start our question. In order to find out resultant vector r, it comes out to be root of this vector square plus this vector square plus 2 vector 1 vector 2 cos of 90 degrees. Okay, now cos 90 is 0, so this term itself will become 0. Now what is left? R is root 9 plus 4, and now resultant becomes root 13. Now in order to find out the direction, tan beta. Now what is tan beta? Perpendicular upon base. Now perpendicular is what? 2 and base is 3. Now your direction is tan inverse 2 upon 3. Okay, so this is the solution of our second numerical. Now let's proceed to the third numerical. I hope this is clear because I have directly used the terms. In spite of using P and Q or F1, F2, I am directly using the values here. Look, P is my this vector and Q is my this vector. So I am directly using the formula. So let's move to our next numerical. Now look at this question. The next one, two people are pushing a disabled car. One exert a force of 200 newtons east and other force of 150 newton east. What is the net force exerted on the car? Assuming friction to be negligible. Say this is my car. Maybe its petrol is not there. So maybe say this is a car. It is not moving. It is not able to move with the help of petrol, you can say. Now two persons are applying forces on it such that it moves. Suppose this is a car. Two persons are applying forces on it. One is in this direction and other one is in this direction. Okay. One is applying 150 Newton in east and other force is in 200 Newton is in east. ठीक है. Now these are the two forces. F1 is 200 Newton and F2 is 150 Newtons. Now you have to calculate the magnitude of resultant force and the direction of resultant force. Okay. Now in order to calculate the resultant, what is the angle between these two forces? The angle between these two forces is 0 degree. Now your resultant comes out to be F1 square plus F2 square plus 2F1 F2 cos 0. Your F1 is 200 square plus 150 square plus 2 into 200 into 150 cos of 0. Now cos of 0 is 1. Now this comes out to be root 4 0000 plus 150 square is 22500 plus 400 into 150. Now cos 0 is 1. So it comes out to be 40,000 plus 22,500 plus 60,000 and it comes out to be 122500 and now you have to solve this. So we can write it as 1225 multiplied by 100. So it comes out to be 10 root 1225. And now you have to calculate the square root of 1225. When you calculate it, it comes out to be 35. So 10 into 35 means it is 350. Now your resultant comes out to be 350 in magnitude. Now we have to calculate its direction. Now in order to calculate direction, try to remember the triangular law of vector addition. What it states? It states if my vector is in this direction and is in this direction, and my resultant is in this way, the angle between resultant and the base is beta. Okay, try perpendicular here. So this angle is theta, the angle between two vectors. Now tan beta comes out to be, when I name it as A, B, C and D. Okay, now tan beta comes out to be AD upon CD, and now tan beta equals to AD. You are not having AD, so try using simple trigonometry like we did in question number 1. What will be the value of AD now? It will be AB sine theta. Okay, it will be AB sine theta. Now how you can write CD? CD you can write CB plus BD. Okay, now what is the value of CB? CB is P vector and AB is Q vector. Now AB is Q vector, Q sin theta upon CB is P plus Q cos theta. BD is again Q cos theta using simple trigonometry. C AD upon AB is equals to sin theta perpendicular upon hypotenuse sin theta, and BD upon AB is equals to cos theta, base upon hypotenuse. Okay, so with this we get this. Now apply the values here. Your P is 200 newtons and Q is 150. Apply in it and see what comes. So you will get tan beta is equals to, your Q is 150 150 sine theta. Theta is your 0 and your P is what? P is 200 plus 150 cos 0. So now sine 0 is 0. When 0 is multiplied with something, the term becomes 0. Now tan beta is equals to 0 upon 200 plus 150, as cos 0 is 1. Now 0 upon something is always 0. So tan beta is 0 and hence beta comes out to be tan inverse 0. At what angle the tan is 0? It is at 0 degree. Now my beta comes out to be 0 degree. See, if both the forces are acting in the same direction, then resultant will also be in the same direction. That's why the angle of resultant with this force 200 is 0 degree, means resultant is in this direction. The direction of resultant is this. So now let's proceed to our next question. It states two vectors A and B have magnitudes 6 and 8 units respectively and are perpendicular to each other. Find the resultant vector. Now these two vectors are mutually perpendicular to each other, means the angle between A and B is 90 degree. The magnitude of A vector is 6 units and magnitude of B vector is 8 units. Okay, so I can write magnitude with simple this A and simple B. Here A and B are bold, means these two are vectors. Okay, so the angle between them is 90 degree. Apply the formula of resultant. It comes out to be A square plus B square plus 2AB cos 90 degree. The value of A is 6, B is 8 cos 90. Now cos 90 degree is 0. Now 0 into something is 0. So it comes out to be 36 plus 64. It comes out to be root 100, or you can say 10. The magnitude of resultant is 10. Now the things comes here. Now what will be the direction of resultant? Now these two vectors are mutually perpendicular to each other. Now try to complete a parallelogram here. Okay. Now resultant is given by this diagonal. Okay. Now the angle between them is 90 degree. Now you have to find out this angle, beta. Okay. Now since this is a right angle triangle, say it be P, Q and R. Now what will be the tan beta? Now simply tan beta will be perpendicular upon base. Perpendicular is PR upon RQ. Now PR is equals to what? Magnitude of A, and RQ is what? The magnitude of B. Magnitude of A upon magnitude of B. Now what is the magnitude of A? It is 6 units, and what is the magnitude of B? It is 8 units. So it comes out to be 6, 2, 4 is 8. Now your beta comes out to be tan inverse 3 by 4. Okay, so let's proceed to our next question. We have to calculate the angle between forces 2 Newton and 3 Newton, so that their resultant comes out to be 4 Newton. So let's see what is the angle between them. Consider this 2 Newton force be P and this 3 Newton force be Q. ठीक है, and their resultant which comes out is R, that is 4N. Now let's apply the formula for the resultant. Now R is equals to root P square plus Q square plus 2PQ cos theta. Resultant is 4. Now what is the value of P? P is 2, so P square will be 4 here, and Q square will be 9 here, plus 2. P is 2, Q is 3. And what is cos theta? Theta you have to find out. Okay, so it is, when we are squaring both sides, this under root will cancel out with the square, and we comes, and what it comes out to be 16 is equals to 4 plus 9 plus 12 cos theta. 16 is equals to 13 plus 12 cos theta. Okay, now This 13 comes this side and becomes 16 minus 13 is equals to 12 cos theta, and 16 minus 13 is 3, it is 12 cos theta. Now 3 upon 12 is equals to cos theta, then it comes out to be cos theta comes out to be 1 by 4, and theta is what? Cos inverse 1 by 4. This is the angle between these two forces such that their resultant becomes 4 newtons. Okay. So let's proceed to the next question, that is the resultant vector of P and Q is R. On reversing the direction of Q, the resultant vectors becomes S. Now just see what does the statement say. Statement says if vector P and Q is here, then R is their resultant. ठीक है. Now what is the formula for the resultant vector? Now R is root P square plus Q square plus 2PQ cos theta, where theta is the angle between P and Q. Now in the next part, what statement says us, on reversing the direction of Q, means if P and Q are vectors. So if we are reversing the direction of vector, means we are negating the vector. So and the resultant becomes S. So S comes out to be root P square. Now we have to negate the direction of Q, plus 2P minus Q cos of theta. ठीक है. Now squaring equation 1 and 2, what we will get? Squaring 1 and 2, what we will get? We will get R square is equals to P square plus Q square plus 2PQ cos theta. S square is equals to P square plus Q square minus 2PQ cos theta. Now say this be equation 3 and equation 4. Now add these two equations. Now you have to calculate R square plus S square, means you have to add these two equations. Now add 3 and 4, we get R square plus S square is equals to P square plus Q square plus 2PQ cos theta plus P square plus Q square minus 2PQ cos theta. Now this minus 2PQ cos theta cancel out with plus 2PQ cos theta. Now P square plus P square is 2P square, and Q square plus Q square is 2Q square. Now your result comes out to be R square plus S square is equals to 2P square plus Q square. Okay, so you can also write it as 2P square plus 2Q square, and your final step comes here, R square plus S square is equals to 2P square plus Q square. So this is your required result. Okay, so let's proceed to the next question. It is saying the resultant of two equal forces acting at right angle to each other, means your two forces, we are having two forces, say P force 1 and Q is my force 2. Okay, what is the angle between them? Angle between them is 90 degree, and resultant of these two forces is 1/4 and resultant of these two forces is 1/4. Now also it is given that forces are equal, F1 is equals to F2. Also it is given forces are equal, F1 is equals to F2, means P is equals to Q. Now F1 is equals to F2, which means P is equals to Q. Now apply the formula of resultant. It comes out to be root F1 square plus F2 square plus 2 F1 F2 cos 90 degree, because the angle between them is 90 degree. Now what is F1 and F2? Now F1 is P and F2 is Q. Now since both are equal, so I am using any one. It is P square plus 2PP cos 90 degree, and R comes out to be root of P square plus 2P square cos 90 degree. Now what is the value of cos 90? Value of cos 90 is 0. When 0 multiplies with something, it becomes 0, and the value comes out to be R is equals to root 2P square. R comes out to be 2p square. Now what is the value of r? It is 141 it is 141 so we get r is equals to root 2p square or r is equals to root 2 into p, and r comes out to be 1414 is equals to root 2p. Say now this root 2 comes denominator this side, 1414 by root 2 is equals to p. Now the value of root 2 is 1.414. So when I remove this point and 1000 comes upward in numerator, what p becomes now? This 1414 and 1414 cancel out. 1000 dyne becomes p. So your F1 is equals to F2 comes out to be equals to p, that is equals to 1000 dynes. Your each force is 1000 dynes. When two 1000 dyne forces are acting along 90 degree to each other, they gives us the resultant equals to 1414 dyne. So let's move to our next question. The question says that find the angle between two vectors p and q if the resultant of vector is given by r square is equals to p square plus q square. Just see, it is a simple question. P and q are two vectors, right? So what is the resultant of these two vectors? It is simply given by p square plus q square plus 2pq cos theta. You have to find out the value of this theta. So squaring both sides, you will get r square is equals to root p square plus q square plus 2pq cos theta. Now also the value of r square is given to you, that is p square plus q square. Substitute here. P square plus q square is equals to p square plus q square plus 2pq cos theta, and p square plus q square minus p square minus q square is equals to 2pq cos theta. Say this p square cancel out with this, q square cancel out with this, here it comes 0, 2pq cos theta, and this 2pq goes in denominator and the term becomes 0 equals to cos theta. Now cos theta की वैल्यू 0 कहाँ पे होती है? At which angle the cos theta is 0? The cos theta is 0 at 90 degrees, when theta is 90 degree. Okay, so here comes the result. The angle between two vectors p and q is 90 degree. So let's proceed to the other numerical. It is saying that ship is streaming due east at 12 meter per second. A woman run across the deck at 5 meter per second in the direction right angle to the direction of motion of ship, that is towards north. Calculate the velocity of woman relative to c. Now see what he is saying. Say this is a ship. Okay, ship is moving in this direction, in east, with the velocity 12 meter per second. Now what happens? Here is one woman that is moving in north direction, that is toward this direction, along velocity with velocity 5 meter per second. Now ship is moving in a sea. Okay, now you have to find out the relative velocity of this woman with respect to c. Say now ship is moving this side and woman is moving this side. So now we have to calculate the resultant of these two vectors. How you will get the resultant of these two vectors? Using again parallelogram law of vector addition. Let's simplify the diagram. If ship is going this direction with velocity vs, that is given by 12 meter per second, and woman is going upward in this direction with velocity 5 meter per second, velocity of woman. Now you have to calculate this resultant velocity. V resultant you have to calculate. Now what is the formula of V resultant? V resultant is given by under root of velocity of ship square plus velocity of woman square plus 2 velocity of ship, velocity of woman cos 90 degree, because the angle between the north direction and east direction is 90 degree. Okay, so देखो ship is moving in east and woman is moving in north. So the angle between them is 90 degree. So this quantity itself will become 0. Now your resultant comes out to be 12 square plus 5 square, and VR comes out to be 144 plus 25, and it comes out to be root 169, and square root of 169 is 13 meter per second. Okay, so this is your relative velocity of movement with respect to c. Now you have to calculate the direction of this velocity vector. You have to calculate the direction. How will you calculate? See, what we have to do, we have to find out the velocity with respect to c. C is in horizontal direction and woman is in vertical direction. So you have to find out tan beta. Now this resultant with respect to this beta, right? So now what is tan beta? It is perpendicular upon base. Now perpendicular vector is 5 and base vector is 12. It comes out to be 5 meter per second upon 12 meter per second. So 5 upon 12. Now your beta comes out to be tan inverse 5 upon 12, and this is your answer. Okay, now velocity, the magnitude of velocity is 13 meter per second and the direction of velocity is 5 upon 12 towards northeast. Okay, in northeast direction. Look, ship is moving in east and woman is moving in north, so the direction of this resultant will be in northeast. Let's move to our next question. Now our next question states that a particle is acted upon by 4 forces simultaneously. एक ही टाइम पे 4 फोर्सेस लग रही हैं. अब देखो, फॉर एग्जाम्पल मेरा पार्टिकल कुछ इस तरह से है, इसके ऊपर चारों डायरेक्शन में फोर्सेस लग रही हैं. ईस्ट में भी लग रही है, वेस्ट में भी लग रही है, नॉर्थ में भी लग रही है और साउथ में भी लग रही है. इन ऑल द 4 डायरेक्शन देयर इज सम फोर्स. 30 न्यूटन फोर्स इज इन ईस्ट, 20 न्यूटन फोर्स इज इन नॉर्थ एंड 50 न्यूटन फोर्स इज इन वेस्ट and 40 Newton force is in south. Now see, this is a separate line of action, this is separate line of action, right? Along this line of action, what is the net force? This is your north direction, this is south, okay, this is east, and this is west. Name it as P1, P2, P3 and P4. The net force acting on object due to P1 and P2. अब P1 और P2 की वजह से देखो नेट फोर्स कितनी एक्ट करेगी. देखो, एक फोर्स है मेरे पास 50 और दूसरी है 30. दोनों की डायरेक्शन क्या है? एंगल बिटवीन देम इज 180 डिग्री. ठीक है, तो वो अब मैं दोनों को सबट्रैक्ट कर रहा हूँ. सब्ट्रैक्ट कैसे कर रहा हूँ वो भी मैं आपको बता देता हूँ. देखो, जब भी मेरे पास वेन एवर आई एम हैविंग अ रिजल्टेंट ऑफ वेक्टर पी स्क्वायर प्लस क्यू स्क्वायर प्लस 2pq कॉस थीटा एंड थीटा इज 180 डिग्री, पी स्क्वायर प्लस क्यू स्क्वायर माइनस 2pq. इफ थीटा इज 180 डिग्री, कॉस 180 डिग्री इज -1. सो रिजल्टेंट कम्स आउट टू बी p minus q whole square and r comes out to be p minus q. Okay, that's why I am simply subtracting the two forces which are acting back to back in opposite direction. So net force acting along due to p1 p2, इसको मैं नाम दे देता हूँ f1 का. p1 और p2 की वजह से जो नेट फोर्स आ रही है that is f1, and what it will be? It will be 50 Newton minus 30 Newtons along west, क्योंकि वेस्ट वाली फोर्स ज़्यादा बड़ी है तो the resultant force will be towards west. So it comes out to be 20 Newton along west. Now the thing comes out about north and south, forces acting on north and south. Net force acting on object due to P3 and P4, I name it as F2. So what it comes out to be? It comes out to be 40 minus 20 along south, 20 newtons along south. Now what my new diagram comes out to be? My new diagram comes out to be like this. 20 Newton force is acting this way and my 20 Newton force is acting along west. 20 Newton west and 20 Newton south. Now we have to calculate their resultant. The angle between them is 90 degree. Now the resultant comes out to be F1 square plus F2 square plus 2F1 F2 cos 90. And now what resultant says? Resultant says F1 square plus F2 square plus 2F1 F2 cos 90. Now this cos 90 says I am 0. When 0 multiplies with something, the answer becomes 0. So resultant comes out to be F1 square plus F2 square. Now the value of F1 is 20. 20 square plus 20 square. So it comes out to be 20 20s are 400. 400 plus 400. It comes out to be square root of 800. It comes out to be 10 root 8, or you can say 20 root 2. This is the magnitude of the resultant force acting on the particle. Now the thing which is left is the direction of the force acting on the particle. Now the direction of resultant is left. Let's see what will be the direction of this resultant now. Now in order to find out the direction, just see this diagram. I am representing it in a simplified form. In this direction my 20 Newton towards west, and in this direction my 20 Newtons south. Now by using parallelogram law of vector addition, firstly complete this parallelogram. We have to find out the direction of this resultant. So this is making angle beta with this direction. Now we have to find out tan beta. Now what is the value of tan beta? It is perpendicular upon base, right? So in this triangle, if this is my angle between base and hypotenuse, then this is my base and this is my perpendicular. Now perpendicular is again 20 newtons and base is again 20. So 20 upon 20. So it comes out to be 1, and beta is what? Tan inverse 1. Now at what angle the value of tan is 1? It is 45 degree. Now your resultant will act at 45 degrees towards southwest. As the resultant lies between west and south direction, now the direction of resultant will be southwest. This is the direction of your resultant. I hope the concept how to solve numericals of such type is clear to everyone. If you are still having any query, you can ask that in comment section. See you all again in the next video. Till then, keep supporting us by subscribing the channel and sharing the video.